So when it comes to Alzheimer's disease, the first thing they always mention is amyloid beta plaque protein buildup, or what you will call tau protein buildup as well. When you look at amyloid is a protein. When amyloid starts being misfolded inside of the vessels or inside of neuron tissues, it becomes tangled up and it causes all types of blockages and congestions in the brain. And what happens is when these blockages and this congestion come inside of these neurological pathways, now you no longer can actually get oxygen, you can no longer get nutrients and everything you need, which is glucose, to the brain to feed the brain, for the brain can actually function how it's supposed to. So what I'm going to do is we're going to pull down our cadaver, we're going to go through here, and we're going to go all the way down to the brain. So this is the brain right here. The brain is made up of so many cells and tissues. In fact, if you look at the brain only weighs 2% of your body weight, but it requires 20% of your total body energy. Let me say that again. The brain only weighs 2% of your total body weight, but it requires 20% of all of your body's energy. So that means most of your mitochondria is processed here. That means most of your glucose is processed here. And that means most of your ketones is processed here too. The brain requires a lot of energy. And the reason why the brain requires a lot of energy is because this is how you think. This is how you connect and communicate with others. This is how you remember things. And this is how you literally project yourself into your everyday reality in life. So you have these proteins inside of the brain. One of the proteins is called beta-amyloid protein. When it's actually unfolded and it's stuck in it's placed in the right way, the body moves and it can get melanin neurotransmitters throughout the body pretty good. Same thing with tau protein. But when these proteins start folding up, they collapse on top of each other and then they start collecting all types of metabolic waste. And this is where the issue come in. I teach my students all the time that there's only two things that fuel diseases. The first one is toxicity. The other one is deficiency. Well, when you look at toxicity, the only way the body can become toxic if it's congested. This congestion then brings on a blockage, and now deficiency come in because you can't get oxygen, you can't get all of the goodies and all of the nutrients and phytochemicals throughout the blood system to get to the brain and get to the cells, or keep those cells saturated with oxygen for you can function throughout the day. So what causes tau buildup? What causes amyloid plaque or beta amyloid plaque buildup? Why these things cannot break down, make it to the kidneys, to get out the kidneys, and then you process them or detox them out through detoxification pathways of the kidneys or the nephrons to open up and to flush all these toxins out. It's the great lymphatic system. So the body is made of 150 trillion cells. I tell y'all this all the time. Each cell have to eat like you. Each cell have to poop like you. Each cell breathes like you. So the body cells are called organelles and your cells are called organs. So just like you have a respiratory system, the cells have a respiratory system. Just like you have a digestive system, the cells have a digestive system. Just like you have reproductive organs, the cells have reproductive organelles called the ribosome. Just how you have what you would call bladders. The cells have bladders called vesicles that holds on to certain type of fluids. So when you eat, in the macro sense of things, you eat food, then it comes out the tailpipe or it goes through your digestive intestines and it comes out your anus into the toilet. The thing about it is when your cells eat on a micro level, all of the metabolic toxic waste end up on top of the cells. The blood is what feeds the cells all of the phytonutrients. The blood is what feeds the cells all of the oxygen. The blood is what feeds the cells nitric oxide, which causes vasodilation. So the blood feeds the cells of the body. Then you have something called the nervous system. The nervous system communicates and commands the cells of the body and tells them what to do. And last but not least, you have something called the great lymphatic system. The lymphatic system is actually what cleanses all the metabolic waste, all the unusable parts out of the body, takes it to the kidneys. The kidneys then process it out by way of urea. This turns into urination and then you get rid of it in the toilet that way. So if you look on the screen here, what we're looking at is the great lymphatic system. The lymphatic system is the sewage system of the actual body. But then you have something called the glymphatic system, which is what cleanses the brain.